to Season 2 of DTBY's Community Podcast hosted by the CYC.
We are a movement dedicated to inspiring, mentoring, and building the leadership qualities of tomorrow's leaders.
Last season, our focus was promoting inclusivity and raising awareness about organizations making a difference in our community.
Season, we're focusing on individuals who are creating impact on the lives of youth.
Before we introduce this episode's guest, we would first like to offer a land acknowledgement.
Although this gathering is virtual, we recognize that DTBY convenes on the treaty lands of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and the traditional territory of many nations, including the Haudenosaunee and the Huron-Wendat peoples, also serving as home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples.
At the Dare to Be Youth charity, we are proud to promote the spirit of helping, sharing, and caring for our neighbors without the expectation that has been exemplified by each of these nations as the first peoples of this land for thousands of years. And we wish to acknowledge our gratitude for the ongoing opportunity to live, work, and build community on this land.
It is our collective responsibility to care for each other, to care for these lands. And it is past time to turn reflection into action. We challenge ourselves and everyone here today to commit to one tangible next step to move this work forward.
All right. Welcome back to DTBY's Community Podcast, and welcome to the first episode of our second season. My name is Michaela, and I'll be the host for this episode. On behalf of DTBY and the rest of the CYC, it's our pleasure to welcome CJ from NRG Lites.
Yes.
One of our sponsors for our upcoming Playday event at Burlington Central on September 28th. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, for sure. No, thank you for having me. Thanks for scheduling this and everything. And thank you for making the time. This is super exciting. Really, really exciting.
Awesome. Yeah. So to start, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Sure. So my name is CJ. I'm 23 years old. I like long walks on the beach. I got two awesome puppies. One's named Willie, one named Marley, this Shih Tzu and a Pomeranian. And life's good. I'm kicking it in the backyard right now. And as for on like the work side and personal side of things, I am a musician. I've played with bands such as Ill Scarlet, Dare Nots, and I session bass player for Walk Off the Earth. Oh. And with work, I work for this amazing company that's on my hat, NRG Lites. I'm hoping Sean Thompson, who's the owner, comes on here to say what's up. But he recently had a kid. I think she's like 3 weeks old now, and still like the whole system is unhinged. There's no rhyme or reason to how the day goes. So if he comes on, that'll be awesome. But NRG Lites, we are a lighting production company. We focus a lot of our business in film and television. So shows such as The Boys, Titans, and we got an upcoming one called The Madness. We provide lighting equipment for those shows. And on the other side of things, we also focus our business on live production and corporate events. So we got the chance to set up one of the stages at Sound of Music, do some lighting design, all that super fun stuff. And it is honestly, it's such a cool, fun gig, lots of creativity. You get to hang out and meet a lot of unique people and creative people as well. So it's fantastic. Absolutely love it. So that's me.
Awesome. And so how did NRG Lites get involved with DTBY and our organization?
So that's actually a really cool question. So during the pandemic, I think it was maybe 2021, I got the chance to hop on a Zoom call with one of your chair members, Carl Wolf. Mm-hmm. And he was like, hey, like CJ, I'd like to introduce you to Dare to Be You. And he's like, you play with Walk Off the Earth. So I wanted to just come and just say hello to the people within the organization. So I came and said, what's up? Excuse me. And then a couple, I guess, what year are we in now? 2023. Holy smokes. It must have been like the next year, or I would even say more than that. Let's say 15 months. Shannon actually reached out to me and she said, hey, CJ, I'm looking to do a charity event, and it'd be really cool to get Walk Off the Earth involved with it. And knowing Walk Off the Earth, like they're kind of busy, right? Like they don't do very much. Just sorry, just kidding. They're super busy, so it's difficult to plan an event with them, especially with like the charity events. So I had this idea of Playday in my brain for years. It must have it's been in my mind. I've always wanted to do a music festival for youth, and in inviting like the playing aspect of it, so having a lot of games and bringing like a live entertainment aspect to it too. So I asked Shannon if she wouldn't mind me pitching an idea to her of something that I think would be really cool, and it also plays in the world of DTBY as well. So then I pitched Playday, and the whole idea behind it was that the show would be the festival would be on school football fields. We have the stage on one side, bouncy castles, games, and all that stuff on the other. Get an hour of play, then the kids come, check out some performers, the guest speakers, and just make it like a really, really memorable moment, and just spread the love and enjoy. So that's kind of where the inspiration came from. And then partnering with Shannon, she's like, oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. And I was like, yeah, but I got no connections with school. And she's like, holy smokes, Central, absolutely love those guys. And once she kind of planted that seed to Central, they absolutely loved it. And it was pretty much like thumbs up from there. So it's crazy to think that this vision is actually coming to life. And I have to give huge, massive thank you to Shannon for just trusting in the vision that I have. And we've never worked together, and she's putting full faith in me. Oh, and good news, I think Sean is in the waiting room right now.
I'm gonna let him in.
We are live.
We are live.
Oh,
Jimmy
amazing.
You're live.
I love it. Well, thank you for having me. We really appreciate it. Ask away. I'm here. Whatever you guys need. I'm just my name is obviously Sean Thompson. I'm the owner of NRG Lites. You know what I mean? I know this charity and everything has been very near and dear to CJ's heart. So I'm just here for moral support for him. And one thing we love doing at NRG Lites is giving back to the community as much as we can. And I know music and everything like that is very close to both of our hearts, but also to CJ's as well too, a little bit more, being a musician, very talented as well. But yeah, you know what I mean? We're here to help any way that we can, and love giving back to the community, and are trying to push more companies and more businesses to also do it, because it's a great cause, helping people out.
Awesome. Yeah, we love all our community partners. It definitely takes a village to like do what we do. So we just appreciate like all the support we can get. You kind of answered my next question, but I guess you could maybe provide some more details of maybe why you support like our mission specifically, like helping youth.
Yeah, CJ, you take that one.
Sure. So number one, the youth is the future. And I find it's really cool because for myself, I was pretty fortunate, and Sean, I don't know if you could say the same, but I had the opportunity to meet with a lot of people from different industries that were successful and older, to kind of pave like a path for me mentally on like what I want to do with my career going forward. And with that being said, a lot of like youth might not know who they are or what they want to do in the future. And just partnering in with DTBY and supporting the youth kind of allows us to give our like more like creative approach to it and a different side of it. So if we get to meet like high school kids or even like younger kids and tell them what we do, it might inspire them to be like, oh my gosh, I want to be a musician as well. I want to be in lighting design. I want to be an actor from like our industry on that side. But this is going to be the first event that we're doing with DTBY. So we're going to find out what the pros are. What's that?
First of many.
Yeah, first of many. Yeah, totally. Yes, yeah, totally. And so with that being said, I think it'll be really cool. It'll be really cool and beneficial to the kids. Have a long-term like memory of this event. And I think, did I answer your question? I kind of ramble on sometimes.
No. Do you want to add anything to that, Sean?
No, I think I got to be honest. CJ nailed that right on the head. And these are like programs again that I wish were around when I was in high school and stuff like that, or growing up too, because I think it's a lot of inspiration. It brings out a lot of talent that's in the community as well, and connects these people. And again, could be an eye opener to somebody that could be in the audience even, that's like, you know what? Wow. You know what? I got a little bit of talent. I play the guitar like here and there at friends' parties around the campfire. And you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. And you know what I mean? When you see like even like CJ's career and like where he's been and the bands he's worked with and stuff like that. And it's inspiring. You know what I mean? So we're here to help out and see who we can get hooked into our industry. And bring
come to our world.
Awesome. And yeah, like I said, Playday seems like it's going to be so fun. That's like one of our events we have leading up to our big event in November, Youth Inspired Community Day. It's happening on November 5th this year. And this year, our theme is impact. We're all about making an impact. So what events would you say, like in your past, have impacted the person you are today?
Wow, that's a good one.
Sean, you want to start with this one? Because that's really good. There's tons, but like
I was just gonna say I have 3 or 4 that have impacted to where I am today. Oof.
Go for it.
Oh, I got to think of this one. There's a couple. Like, you know what I mean? My start in the career, literally, I was the guy at the bottom of the totem pole, very first day. It's the Brent Clark story, CJ.
I love it. This is it's amazing.
I literally, my very first day working, I was the guy unloading trucks at a concert. I was so green, no idea what I was doing, but I was like in awe at everything there. And the guy, his name is Brent Clark, was the lighting director for the band Tragically Hip at the time when they were around. And I was like, that was my favorite band growing up. I was like, that was my dream, was to be the lighting designer for the Hip. And I was like, this is what I want to do. And throughout the day, we got to chatting, Brent and I, and he knew what I wanted to do and gave me this advice. He's like, listen, get out of what you're doing right now. Don't listen to anybody. Don't let anybody stand in your way. Keep plowing through it. There's going to be people all throughout your life that are going to tell you can't get to it. And he's like, you got to turn that off and just keep doing what you're doing and you'll be here in no time. And I think it was 3 years or 4 years later, Brent and I were actually on the road together, working on tours. And he gave me that opportunity just to, like, you know what I mean? So to see that is available to me at the time, I was like, I will never get there in my life. This is impossible to be a lighting director or a lighting designer. And then I've worked with bands like the Hip. We've done U2, worked with the Rolling Stones. I've toured with like Eric Church. Like I've been literally around the world, but it was mainly because this one guy gave me that push to get out of my comfort zone and quit the company that I just started for on that day and was like, get out of it. Stop being this guy. And he's like, go work for the rental houses. And then I started, my company actually started NRG as a grade 9 business project. So that was like one of our biggest things. Came up with a company then, needed rental ideas and contracts. We got our high school locked in, started renting to our high school, and just kept building inventory year after year. And I wanted to be a commercial airline pilot. And then all of that changed. And now I'm a lighting designer and a lighting rental. And then I found CJ and won't let him go.
No, that's cool. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, CJ?
Oh, yeah, I guess my turn. Oh man, there's so many like pivotal moments. I'm probably gonna bring this one like further back for like a big change in my life, and that was when I could share the story of how Sean brought me into NRG. That one actually is a really good one, and I'm gonna share that one instead because there's a couple like big moments that are shifted, and this one's a pretty magical one. So Sean, not only is he the owner of an amazing lighting production company, like super talented lighting designer, and halfway becoming a pilot, actually 3/4 almost being a pilot, but he is like this crazy visionary, and he's very much reminds me of Steve Jobs, but like nicer, way nicer. Steve Jobs wasn't nice.
I'm wearing pretty much his outfit right now.
yeah, exactly. So when I was working at a restaurant and touring at the time, and then obviously all of that shut down during the pandemic, and Sean's brother named Ryan. Oh, little buddy's coming to say hi. Sean's brother, I was really close with, and because both of my industries got axed from the pandemic, I really wasn't doing anything, and I didn't know what to do with myself, and I was stuck at a low. And Ryan, who's Sean's brother, said, hey, I want to get you in touch with my brother because he's got this really, really super cool idea. And Sean is very, very passionate about Christmas, more than anyone I know. Like if you see his house on Christmas Day, it's like the Griswolds. Like it's awesome. It's awesome.
So nice
And
said to me.
and with that being said, Sean invented and created this project called From Santa, where children, and I should start by saying the studio space that we had in Etobicoke, there was a giant green screen room, and he turned that green screen room into the North Pole. There's so many lit up trees, like Santa sleigh, fake, real snow everywhere. And he got Santa to come. And because Santa couldn't chat with kids at the mall and ask them what they want, they were doing it virtually. So Sean partnered with Santa to make From Santa happen. And he needed an elf. Boom. So there I came in to help out Sean with From Santa. And from then it was like we clicked. And the nice thing about him is he was even taking like ideas that I had and letting it work with his project. And there was no like battling or fighting. He gave me a chance. He gave me a shot. And then obviously the holiday season, there was a narrow window there. But after that period, he was like, hey, how would you like to come on board with NRG and like take it to another level? And from that point, just it's been incredible. It's been really cool. Like the opportunity. Oh, a new puppy. I don't know whose dogs these are. I'm not even joking. I've never seen that dog in my life. What are you doing? But yeah. So yeah, and that was like a huge pivotal change. And this industry that I'm in right now is a career that I can do for a lifetime. All the jobs that we do are completely different, and it's not even from like the job side of it, like finding yourself a career, but it's finding something that you like doing, something that you can do freely and have your own creative touch with it too. So that has been an awesome part of my life. Are you looking for your dog? I don't know. Oh, where did she go?
We're live here, but CJ's
dog rescue in the middle. It's all good. It's all good.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, both of you. I find it's interesting how both of you like have had mentors that have even been each other and then have like put you on the path that you are today. I think mentors like that are so important, especially for youth. So how would you say you would use those, how would you say you use those events as like a source of inspiration to create your own impact?
Oh, CJ, you're going first.
Sorry, can you just repeat that question one more time? Because I thought, could you just say that one more time for me?
So you both have been impacted by mentors in your life, having good mentors. Yours was Sean, you could say. How would you say you use that as a source of inspiration to create your own impact?
Oh man, not too sure if this is the proper answer, but I would say like it's like kind of the curiosity aspect of it too. Trying something new and seeing what I was able to do out of the scenarios that were put in front of me. That and getting the positive feedback and having the challenge. That's kind of what made a bigger impact on me. It was like, hey, is this something that I can do? He's got faith in me. I'm getting good feedback. And that's kind of it in like a little, in a nutshell. Is that answer the question properly?
Yeah, it's your answer.
You know what? Sometimes when I get questions, I'm like, is he expecting a certain answer or CJ's answer? Because CJ's answers are...
It's not a lawyer answer. You're good.
No, yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Sean, if you want to second that one.
I got to be honest, I totally agree with you on that. Like, again, having those opportunities, I think one of the things that I've like taken out of like Brent's moment, where how it kind of changed my life, is making sure that is like every opportunity that I have to give somebody an opportunity or a shot in life, I will always make sure that I can do that for somebody. Because I would say a lot of people in my industry or in our industry back in the day, no one was really like opening the door to help somebody out or give them a shot. It was like, oh, if you want to do this, you've got to start from the bottom. It's going to take you 25 years. You're never going to get there. And so for me, I'm like, you know what? I want to change that. I want to give as many kids, and we have a student that came with us at a Sheridan Sheridan College that did a co-op program with us. And literally he was with us for 4 months, then joined our team. And 5 months after that, he wanted to get into lighting, and he was a phenomenal board programmer. And he got to do the lights. He was the designer, co-designer with myself, and programmed the lights for Walk Off the Earth down at Budweiser stage, like all within a 6 months. And this guy's still was just a year out of graduating at the time. And to me, he was like, that changed my life. And I was like, but those are the things. If we can offer those opportunities to people, I really think it helps people find the right career path. And I'm always one of those people, I believe in life is, it's like a pay it forward, you know what I mean? And it's one of those things, if I can help somebody out, maybe down the road, they'll turn around and be like, listen, Sean, I need lighting. You're my guy. I want you for this project. But yeah, try to help out where you can.
That's awesome. And honestly, I think that's what makes both of our organizations like a good fit for each other, because we're trying to do the same thing, right? We're trying to give youth like the chances they need to get further opportunities in life. I know I could have benefited a lot from like different support programs or just like leadership opportunities when I was in like high school, because when you get to university and like you want to do extra, like you kind of have nowhere to start from, and other people have already been like doing things to like get ahead. So that's why I think like youth programs, youth leadership, it's like really important to give like kids like the edge up they need to like make it in like the world, because it's hard out there.
And wait till they see play day. It is tough out there. Trust me, we've been in it. I've been in this industry since 2000, or in the workplace, and I would say you never have that comfortable feeling, even with all the years of experience. And I'm always like, CJ and I are one of those people, like, you're always learning, always adapting, always changing. I think the pandemic was like the wildest thing to everybody, but in our industry, everything stopped dead, and we were like, what are we going to do now? And I'm like, we were so used to traveling 2-3 times a week. We were on a plane traveling down to the US, around to Europe, and now we were sitting at home. And that was cool. That's where we came up with that From Santa idea. So you just, I don't know, adapt and evolve. It's been fun.
Awesome. And then last question, how do you think you could have personally benefited from youth support and leadership programs when you were like growing up and going through high school? How could have that like made a difference in your journey to where you are now?
That's true.
Yeah, that's a really tricky one, because it's like, I wish I had a mentor like that, like for example, like a mentor like Sean back in high school, for the sake of preparing me for what to expect afterwards. Just because going out of high school and being kind of in that bubble, I wouldn't even necessarily call it a bubble, but like you're doing the same routine often, you're seeing the same faces a lot, and you're offered a lot in high school, whether it's like the programs in the school or like your extracurriculars and stuff. And once high school is done, like that's done, right? So I wish that like if I had like some sort of like more adept leadership, it could have potentially made me a little more aware of what I like, what my passions are that I really, really enjoy, and not having those go away, because it's very easy for things that you love to kind of fade away for things that you're doing in high school. Luckily for myself, like I was very strongly passionate with like music, so that just like stuck with me throughout, even though my parents were like, why get a job, like stop playing music, right? But it's like even the little things, like I used to be very athletic, and now not quite as much, but just those like little things, like if I had like a mentor or some sort of leadership just to prepare me and even build my confidence more when I was in high school. Like I was a social kid, but I wasn't as confident in myself because I still felt like I was a kid. But I feel like with the leadership programs, they can build your confidence and also give you opportunities to do things that scare you. And if you do that when you're younger, you are going to be you're gonna be really good. You're gonna be all right. Do things that scare you. That's that in a nutshell.
I like that person that's right behind you, CJ.
The person that's right behind me. Oh, this beautiful little thing.
No, the person in the bush.
Oh, the person in the bush. Oh God.
No, honestly, CJ, that was very well said. That's very well said. Like, honestly, I like that nails it. Literally what I was saying. Like in high school, I was the very, very, very quiet, which I know is hard to believe because I never shut up now. But I was very quiet, very nerdy. I was the head of our tech AV club. You know what I mean? And there was nothing out there to like show me that path. And it was like back in the day, if you were not going to be a doctor or a lawyer or a dentist, it was like your job. Everyone's like, you're screwed. And you're like, oh my God, it was so scary.
Yeah.
I remember leaving high school and I was like, oh man. And they're like, what do you want to do? And you're like, I want to do lighting. I want to be a lighting director. And people are like, that doesn't happen. And you're like, well, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to try. I'm going to keep doing it. And if I fail, I'm going to fail. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Like those are both really good answers. I think a lot of people in high school could definitely relate to it as well. So that's why it's important that like people in our community come together to really help the youth.
You guys got to come out to Play Day.
Yeah.
And you got to see it in person.
Yeah.
And see this stage and see this event. It's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, the stage provided by or the lighting and the staging from NRG Lites is going to look like a full-out rock concert. Like, it's going to be epic. The bands that are playing as well, we got Harmonies from Burlington, Juno nominated. They're fantastic if you like rock and roll. We have another Burlington native. His name is Jake. His Instagram is J8KE. He's super cool. He's got like this more rock version of Ed Sheeran. He uses like a looper pedal. He's a like fantastic rapper, epic beatboxer, and sings like an angel. Super entertaining. And the other artist, her name is Gracie, and she's like a jazzy Amy Winehouse, but just like an absolute like rock star. She's super cool. And then they're all very high energy. So I feel like it's gonna fit the vibe real nice.
Definitely something to look forward to.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Ow.
That concludes this episode of our community podcast. On behalf of the CYC and the rest of DTBY, thank you both so much for joining us today. And thank you for investing in our youth and giving back. It's so important. If anyone listening is interested in becoming a change partner like Sean and CJ, head to our website to learn the different ways that you can contribute. It truly takes a village, and we can't do it alone. So we appreciate all the support we get. Thanks for coming today.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having us, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, take it easy. One love. Woo-hoo.
Good day.